Hey everybody, I thought I would do a little video about our experience with getting a shipping container and getting it freighted up here. So I said in a previous video that it was the company that we got the container from that we had issues with, and it actually wasn't. It was the freight company that we had issues with communication. We did have an experience that it says a guarantee on the website for the company we bought it from, that they assess the container to make sure it's structurally sound, and that wasn't done. We ended up with it looks like a tow motor hole in the base of it, but that's just like the wooden part. The frame, the actual steel frame, is still sound. So they did reimburse us to be able to fix that. Okay, and so our experience with the freight company. So they weren't clear in their communication from the very beginning that they needed photos along to see how we were actually packing the container, and that they needed to have photos of how the container actually looked once it was packed, or they needed to be able to see it before they actually, or as they were picking it up, to make sure that the load was equal, so that when they were freighting it wasn't going to be too much of a load. And anyways, because of that communication, we had to bring a car. And the reason why we did all of this was because it's November and it takes 2 full days pretty much to drive up here from where we were from. We had the bus, Julie, our schoolie, and we had my car, and we had Rod's car. And then we still had stuff in storage. So we would have had to drive Julie up with a car and then rest for a little bit. It took 2 days. Then go back down with a U-Haul truck, and that would have taken at least 2 days. Then we would have had to pack up the truck and then drive the full truck, plus Rod's car back up, and another 2 days. So the fuel, the stress, the wear and tear on the vehicles, our bodies, was just really weighing on us. And as much as you can economically look at it and go, okay, well, how much is it going to cost to get this monstrosity shipped up? This is a 40-foot high cube, and it's heavy. It's very heavy. So we weighed our options, and financially we were able to have it freighted up, and that's why we did that. Now, when you pick up a freight like this, there's your doors on. So this is our doors. There's only doors on one end. So we had asked them to pick it up so that the doors were at the back of the truck, not at the back of the wagon kind of thing, so that when it was dropped, the doors would be facing out so that we could get our stuff out easier and get Rod's car out, which was blocking in a lot of our storage. What happened was they decided that where we wanted it, which is right in that area right there, right about there, was too soft. So they decided to drop it right beside the house in our driveway, which was also too soft, and they ended up getting stuck. And you can see all the grooves in the sand, as well as here. all these grooves. So, and then they dropped the doors right here, which also means that the doors are here facing the bush, which left us very little space to be able to get the car out. So we weren't able to actually get anything out of the storage until we were able to get the car out, which we had to wait until it got cold enough that the ground was hard enough that we wouldn't get stuck, because it's just a little Honda Civic. So anyways, there's other stuff as well with that company, and we do not recommend the freight company. They had 5-star reviews, which we had already looked into, and we thought, okay, well, this has got to be a great thing. But I just recommend you do your research and you communicate to them if they're not communicating to you. Just know what you're getting yourself into. Still very happy that our stuff arrived safe and that it's here, and that we didn't have to do all that driving and the wear and tear on our bodies. But it was a bit of a stress as well, and it was something that I do recommend. If you have any questions, we would gladly give you advice. But yeah, I don't regret doing it, but I do regret not communicating more with the company. Don't forget, guys, life's too short. Subscribe, like, share, hit that notification bell, and take any adventure that comes your way